I got this gigantic torpedo heater for free. Will it run and will it pump out enough heat to keep me warm in this 12,000 square foot building? Let's tear into it and find out. Oh, yeah. Don't judge me. I got these 2 torpedo heaters for free in a building that I bought a bunch of stuff out of, and pretty much they were just getting rid of everything because they closed, and they just threw these in there and gave them to me for free. They told me they didn't know anything about them, didn't know if they ran. So I got them here. They've been sitting here for a long time. It's about time that I see if they run because it's getting kind of cold in here. But you can see I've never seen one this big. This is a salamander heater, I guess. This thing is gigantic. That's a normal size right there. And then look at how big that one is. Look at the difference. That thing's insane. So I put it up on my work table here. What I'm gonna do is take the cover off there. I don't know much about these. I've never really worked on one, but I guess I'm gonna take the cover off, try to find the spark plug, and maybe just change the spark plug. It looks like there's kerosene in there. When I jog it around there, I can hear it in there, and I looked in there. It looks pretty clean too. So I'm gonna tear this case. I'm gonna take this case off right here, take this case off, see if I can get into there and see if I can find the spark plug, maybe go find the same spark plug, and then I'll plug it in and see if this fan moves around right here. I know this one has right here, there's a reset button, and there's a thermostat on this one actually, which I've never seen, but I never used one of these. So let me get it turned around here so it's by the light, and then we'll tear that stuff off and see what we find out. So there's the fan. Seems to move pretty free. I'm gonna put a little bit of lube in there just to make sure it's nice and lubricated. Let's get in here. See, I think the spark plug might be in here. Oh yeah, there she is. Let's get that out of there. All right, so here's the spark plug, if you can see it. It's kind of weird. Never saw a spark plug like that before. But it looks pretty good, so I'm just gonna put it back in there and see what happens. Actually, what I'm gonna do is leave it out for now and then see if this fan will move when I plug it in. All right, so right now I'm gonna just put a little bit of lubricant in there. Try to get this moving a little smoother there. That seems pretty smooth. So I got this extension cord. I'm gonna plug this in. I've got this thermostat here set to off. I'm gonna plug this in and let's see if that fan moves. Plug this in here. Okay, so it's plugged in. I guess let's turn this thermostat and see if it starts moving. Oh, yeah, rolling. It's actually moving a lot. I don't know if you can see my sweater over there. Way over there. that's good news. Unplug this. Let's get the spark plug back in here and see if it fires. Like I said, I know it has kerosene in there. It looks pretty good, but I'm not sure about the pump. So I don't know if the pump's gonna pump gas up to here, but let's find out. There's actually a bolt missing up here, and this whole tunnel thing was kind of loose here, flopping around. So I put another one in, tighten this one down. Looks good to go. Yeah, let's plug it in and see what happens. Turn the thermostat on, so turn it back to off. Okay, so now it's on off. It's plugged in. Let's see what happens. If it heats up or what happens. So the fan's on. And it's blowing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that's working. Wow, that thing is pumping heat. Let me turn this off. Let me turn that off. Let me back it away from everything because this thing is pumping heat. Okay, so I got it moved back over here. It's pretty far away from my workbench. My main goal is to see if I put it at the end of this row, which you can see way down there, if it'll heat up into this row and heat me where I'm at. I know just from running it that little bit, it does smell like kerosene. So I don't know if I'll use this long term or at all, because I hate smelling like kerosene or any kind of exhaust. It drives me nuts. But you know, this heater right here, this thing is gigantic. I've never even seen one this big. Worst case, I can just sell it. You know, it's getting to be cold, it's getting to be wintertime. I'm sure someone will pay pretty good money for a heater this big. This thing is gigantic. So let me get the covers put back on it, and then let's fire it up and just let it run for a minute and see if maybe that kerosene smell goes away. And I also want to see, with me standing way over here, if I feel the heat. So I got it all put back together, and I forgot there's actually a label on here. This is a air oil space heater, model number 3577S it looks like. Any of you guys ever heard of that? Because to me this doesn't look like a normal torpedo heater. That one does, but this one doesn't. This thing is gigantic. So let me know in the comments if you guys know what this is, or anybody's messed with one of these. Like I said, I probably won't use this long term. If it smells at all, I just don't like the smell myself, but I'm sure it's worth pretty good money. So now let's turn it on. I'm going to stand over there by my fab table. And it's about a good 30-40 foot away. Let's see if we feel the heat. All right, so I got it plugged in. Let's turn the thermostat up, go over here by my bench and see if we feel the heat. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Like a lot of freaking heat. You can see my shirt's glowing even. And that thing is far away. I bet I could move that out by my forklift, even past my forklift. And really standing here with it running, I don't smell anything. It's burning pretty clean. May change my mind. I may use this, depending on how much it costs to run it. But this thing is pumping. So you know what? Let's move it back even further. See how far away I can feel it. Like I said, at the end of this row right here, this is really all I want to heat, like in a row, because at a time I'm really just kind of working in a row in here. You know what I mean? But that thing is pumping. And it is warm. Let's move it back quite a bit. Okay, so I moved it way to the end of this row here. It's pretty far away. So let's turn it on and see if we can feel it way down here. Okay, so we're pretty far away from it. I do feel it some, but not a lot. So maybe another 4 or 5 foot closer would be perfect. That thing rocks, but it's loud. So what I thought about actually was getting some kind of radiant heat or something like that. I've seen where people are using those electric, I think they're called radiant heaters, where they have the coils. They go up to like 400 degrees, super quiet. Might build something like that on a tripod or something that I can roll around the shop where I'm at. So like I said, that's not necessarily gonna use this, but this was free 90 free. Can't complain, it rocks. I do feel it here now that I'm standing here, but if I moved a little closer, I'd definitely actually be pretty hot. So since that one didn't take as much as I thought to get it going, let's try to get this little one going right here. This one's out of kerosene, so I'm gonna have to go run and try to find some. I'm not sure where you find it, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. See if we can get this one going. Okay, so after 5 gas stations, I finally found one that sold kerosene. And man, that stuff is not cheap. So I don't really know if I'll be running that heater. I don't know how efficient those are. If you guys know, let me know. I'm sure there's a bunch of you guys out there that run these heaters. Like, I don't know, that thing is gigantic. So I can't imagine that thing is gonna be very cost efficient with kerosene. Now this one says it will run diesel and kerosene, but a friend of mine told me I don't want to run diesel in these because it stinks and it puts out like soot and it's real dirty. So let me know if you guys have any experience with that, what you think. Okay, since that other one fired up, let's just pour some kerosene in this thing, hook it up and see what happens. I don't think I'm gonna really tear into that thing right now. It's not a big concern of mine. Like I said, I got that one and the other one for free. The other one works, and I'm pretty sure I can make decent money off that other one, enough to just get me a radiant heater in here or build me a radiant heater for here. So let's just put some kerosene in this thing and see if it'll fire off. Of course, I made a gigantic mess. Don't judge me. Yeah, while I'm here, I might as well try to clean this off a little bit. It's actually cleaned up pretty good with one little wipe down. Looks like a pretty nice heater. Master, that must be the brand. To me, it already looks like it's missing something right here. I could be wrong though, that could just be adjustment. Like I said, I don't mess with these, I've never messed with these. If any of you guys have messed with these, let me know what you think in the comments, but let's just plug it in and see if we can get it to fire. Here goes nothing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This one fired right off too. It's rolling. Sounds like it's trying to kind of stay going. but I don't know if this one has as big of a fireball as the other one. It sounds good though. It's pumping out some heat, I'll tell you that. For $3.90 free for that one and that one, I don't think I can complain too much. Yeah, it's running. Oh yeah, it's putting out some good heat. Yeah, that's a nice little heater too. Wow. Now I don't know if it's burning super clean like it should, but it probably hasn't been ran in years and years and years. It could probably use a tune-up. It sounds like it's smoothing out a lot more as it runs. And I know the cone is supposed to get like cherry red on that. I saw somebody in a video explaining that, and that's kind of how you know that these aren't running too lean and that they're running perfect. And it may get beet red. It's got a nice flame going in there. But yeah, it's putting out some heat. So I would guarantee this one's probably more fuel efficient than that one. If you guys know the difference, let me know in the comments if you know anything about these heaters. If they're gonna be, if that one's gonna be worth running even. That one's, like I said, it's so big, I don't know that that one's gonna be worth running. It might just kill the kerosene, might just drink gallons of kerosene. So that's about it. What do you guys think? I got these for $3.90 free, put some gas in them, turned them on, they both started working. I think that was an awesome deal for me. So a lot of you guys have asked in my previous videos, where do I get all this machinery from, especially for good deals like I do? I've been buying and selling for a long time. I also have a machine shop, as you can see in the background. I machine stuff myself and sell it. So I know a lot of machinery movers and companies that I've sold stuff to, and when they need to get rid of a machine to move in a new machine, they're always in a hurry to just like dump stuff. So if you've got the equipment to load it and get it, you can usually get a really good deal, if not for free. So like for instance, these two heaters, I bought a bunch of stuff and that business was closed and they were just trying to get all the stuff out of there. They just threw the stuff on the semi and said, here you go, take them. So that's how I came across this deal. So that's about it for this one. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me on all my videos and all the comments. If you like my videos, please continue to comment and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. It helps the channel out, keeps me motivated to do this stuff. As you guys know, it's really hard to record and work at the same time. It takes almost twice as long to do anything. So you guys motivate me. I really appreciate it. See you on the next one.